Over the last 2 years, and prior to October 7th, I have been calling out the anti-Semitism on the left. I mean, we've been calling it out on the left and right at CUFI for a long time. But we are seeing something particularly insidious happening within the political right in this country and within the conservative movement. And the question I've got to ask is, why are they so obsessed with the Jews? Like, genuinely, we see these podcasters, and you know who I'm talking about, be them the Candace Owens or the Tucker Carlsons, these people who talk directly into their mic and ask these probing questions. They tell us how they don't hate all Jews. I think when you have to say that you don't hate all Jews, you're probably doing something wrong. We have no better friend than Israel. We have no better ally than Israel. Israel is one of our few allies that has never asked us to send American troops to fight for them. Saudi Arabia did, our NATO allies have. But Israel says, no, we can fight our own war. We don't want Americans dying for our war. But we do cooperate on technology and military hardware. These people talk about aid to Israel, that, we're giving aid to Israel, when this aid could be used for X, Y, and Z. But they don't explain that this aid is actually an investment. That the vast majority of aid given to Israel is spent in America. It is creating jobs in Virginia and Washington State for Americans. It is stimulating the American economy. The research and development that happens also benefits America. And of course, and this has to be my favorite. Of course, we heard Tucker Carlson say how he despises Christian Zionists. We're the worst. But here's the thing which I find so sickening about these people, and there's many things I find sickening. They use faith. They use the gospel. They use Christ as a reason for their hatred. They forget that Jesus himself was Jewish. They don't talk about that. But they use their faith as some sort of battering ram to hate Israel and the Jewish people. They talk about how Christians have been spat at in the Holy Land. It's important to remember that every time these instances have happened with these fringe extremists spitting at Christian pilgrims, the president, the prime minister, the members of parliament overwhelmingly have condemned these incidences and investigated them. Yet this is enough for these people to get on their high horse about Christian persecution and talk about what is happening. Yet at the same time, they're completely silent as Christians are murdered in Nigeria. Thousands, if not tens of thousands. They're silent as people are murdered in Sudan. They talk about how they don't like Israel because of the war in Gaza, because that really touched their heart. We saw that on both the left and the right. Yet they're completely silent when people are murdered en masse in Sudan. Over 100,000 people have been killed since that conflict started. The hypocrisy is shocking. Yet there are people going along with this. People acting like some sort of new revelation has been made to them about how Israel and the Jews are destroying America. If you believe that, you probably still believe in the tooth fairy. The facts absolutely prove that these are ridiculous assertions, no matter how passionately or how many guests you get on to confirm it. Facts are facts. The idea that the Jews somehow have this hidden power, that they control countries from behind the scenes, and because of that, they must be opposed. It's literally anti-Semitism 101. And now it's been repackaged and put into the American mainstream on the right and the left. I do not want to talk about this again. I didn't want to talk about it today, but it has to be addressed. The lies have to be addressed, and we have to speak up. This is not just about my generation, it's about the next generations coming. It's about the future of the Jewish community in this country, and it's about the future of American support for the state of Israel. And we all have a part to play. Goebbels, the Nazi propaganda minister, he put across the idea of the big lie. And I've referenced this before, that you say something so outrageous, so ridiculous, that people believe it. And that's exactly what we're seeing today. and it's being amplified by podcasts, by social media, and now in general dialogue. And we have to draw a line in the sand. We stand with Israel, we stand with the Jewish people, and it's not political, it is biblical. We are pledged to be different. We are pledged to make a difference. And we pledge never again. This is Qasim Hafiz for the CUFI Weekly. For Zion's sake, do not remain silent.
Thanks for checking out this episode. Be sure to like and subscribe so you get a notification every time a new episode hits. And if you want to check out some of our previous episodes, and we've got some really good ones, click on one of the thumbnails and that will take you right there. And finally, if you want to know more about CUFI and the work we do, go to cufi.org to check out all the resources we have available free to you.